In this video, you will learn how to solve one-step equations by dividing. Remember that equations require equally balanced sides, so whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you must do to the other side. If you add an apple to the left side, you have to add an apple to the right side. If you cut one side in half, you have to cut the other side in half. This is how we keep an equation balanced. Always do the same thing to both sides. Example number 1, solve for x. 3x equals negative 15. The 3 and the x being right next to each other means they are being multiplied. 3x means 3 times x, but we don't show it with a multiplication symbol. We just put them right next to each other. Another way you can show this is putting them in parentheses. 3 parentheses x would mean the same thing. We have to undo that multiplication in order to get the x all by itself. That's called isolating the variable. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. Drawing this line underneath the 3x and underneath the negative 15 means divided by. Since the x is being multiplied by 3, undoing it is dividing by 3. So we will write on both sides divided by 3. Now on the left side of the equation, we have 3x divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have 1x. That's our goal, to get x all by itself. And on the right side of the equation, we have negative 15 divided by 3. A negative divided by a positive is a negative number. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So we end up with x equals negative 5. And that is the correct way to write your solution. Example number 2, solve for x. Negative 2x equals negative 22. Again, we have a number right next to a variable. This means multiplication. Negative 2 is being multiplied by x. We need to undo this by dividing. So we write a line underneath both sides of the equation. That says divided by. Then we can write a negative 2 also underneath both sides of the equation. That shows that we are dividing both sides of the equation by negative 2. On the left side, we have negative 2x divided by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, so we have 1x, which we can write as x. On the right side, we have negative 22 divided by negative 2, which is positive 11. Always be sure that your solution looks something like this, with the variable equals the number. X equals 11. Example number 3, solve for x. Negative 48 equals negative 8x. This time, notice that the variable, the x, is on the right side of the equation. Since an equation is balanced, equal on both sides, it really doesn't make a difference which side the variable is on. You'll still follow the same process. On the right side, we have negative 8x. That means negative 8 times x. So we have to undo the times by dividing both sides of the equation by negative 8. This time, instead of writing the x on the left side of our solution, we're going to write it on the right side, because that's the side of the equation that it's on. So the right side, negative 8x divided by negative 8, gives us just x. Then we can figure out the math on the left side. Negative 48 divided by negative 8. Negative divided by a negative is a positive, and 48 divided by 8 is 6. This means our solution is 6 equals x, or x equals 6.